Hi friends. Well, we wanted to kind of bring you up to date as to what is going on with us. We are currently in St. Kitts and Nevis, and a lot has happened these last few weeks. Like you, the coronavirus found us way out in the Caribbean, and we've had it's been a little challenging for us these last 3 weeks, I think. So I just want to share with you what we've been going through, and take a look at the video. It's not going to be a very long video. It's going to be a short video. So this is St. Martin. I don't know what's on this camera now. And this side here is St. Martin, which is the Dutch side. We just passed the area where all the cargo ships go. This is St. Philipsburg, the capital of St. Martin. And just a minute. There we go. Turn off the motor. We're sailing. And this is also, when we went to the beach last time over there, there was 2 cruise ships there. Sadly, we are in March 2020. There is a pandemic across the world right now, throughout pretty much, or I should say many countries, with this coronavirus, COVID-19, affecting so many people. And because cruise ships typically have so many people on the ships, they're higher risk of carrying the disease with them. A lot of the ships that come here are from Italy and other European countries, where a lot of the cases have occurred, and there's been many deaths, many sick in Italy, many deaths. Cities are quarantined, complete cities are quarantined. So unfortunately, the cruise ships have stopped operation. We know of Princess Cruise, Norwegian Cruise Line, Carnival, and what was the 4th one again? Viking, Costa now, who comes from Italy. They've all completely stopped their operation because too many people were canceling and too many chances of having a person aboard that was sick. So it's really sad for the people around the world. It's really sad for those who have plans to travel and are still healthy, and those who are getting the disease, but there's no point in taking risks today. We are at such an impasse right now. There's a blockage around the world. Ports are closing one by one. Our little dream of sailing the Caribbean is shrinking. The possibilities are shrinking. We are still in St. Martin. Today is Tuesday, March 16th, I want to say. 17th is Tuesday, and we found out that Guadeloupe, all the ports are closed. We're not allowed to check in there. So we have decided, our friends are going to go back to St. Martin and stay inside the lagoon. Hopefully they get in. We have decided that we're going to continue on to St. Kitts because they have not closed the ports yet in the English Islands. And from there, we will go to Guadeloupe. We will stay a week, wait out for the weather to get improved, and go to Guadeloupe. And we will go to Maracudja and anchor in Maracudja and just wait out until the blockage is finished. I have family there, so if we need any kind of provision, they'll be able to restock us, but we're good for at least 2 months. We can make water, we'll have enough fuel for a long time. We can just sequester ourselves and just ride out this wave. It's really sad what's happening. So many people are losing their jobs. Businesses are shutting down, going bankrupt. That's everywhere, around the world, United States too. At least we're safe when we're on our boat from viruses because we have less exposure. So let's hope that everything will calm down in at least hopefully a month, maybe sooner, but I really doubt it. We'll give you an update later. We're leaving this morning, going to send kids in Nevis. Hopefully they'll let us in. Strange times we live in. Every country is closed up their borders. So we're kind of like nomad and we don't know where to go. All hell it comes to last place to go, we'll go back to the USVI. We're Americans, so we can go back home. It's a beautiful day today. Today is Wednesday or Thursday. I can't remember. Wednesday. 19th. The 18th. 19th. I don't remember. Whatever day that is, and we are Wednesday. I'm pretty sure.
20.
We're the 20th. Okay. We don't look at the calendar very much.
We're ageless.
Yeah. We're sailing. We're on our way to St. Kitts and Nevis, and we hope that they will let us in the country. There's been a lot of turnaround these last few days, and things have accelerated to force 10, I should say. I've said it before. This is the time where the coronavirus, COVID-19, is going around the world
rapidly,
fast and fury, and every country is closing their borders. That is for airlines, cruise ships,
and private boats,
and even private vessels like ours.
Yeah.
So a lot of islands have also closed their borders, and they're not letting yachts come into their ports to clear in. So far, all the French islands closed, completely closed. No one can come in. Although Saint-Barth, they were still letting people check in, but no one is allowed to walk on land, to drive, unless they have a special permission, and that is to go to the hospital, to go to the store to buy groceries. No, and those have to work, and they cannot work from home, so they have to have a permission slip from their employers. It just kind of feels like, not that we can relate really, but a little bit to what the refugees feel like during wartime. There's no war going on, but
you just can't go where you want.
You can't go where you want. You're afraid that when you get somewhere, they're going to chase you away. We couldn't even go to Guadeloupe, which is where, this has been the goal all this time, to get to Guadeloupe.
Yeah.
So it will be postponed. We'll be there eventually, just not like as soon as we wanted it to be. That's okay. And it's just a weird feeling. We're like in between harbors,
countries.
Between countries. We're stuck in the middle. And if nothing opens up, then we will have to go back to the USVI. That's because we're Americans. We can go back home. They have to take us in.
Might quarantine you, but
yeah, that's okay. We can be on our boat, and that's all we ask. That just let us be in a harbor that's safe for us, and we'll just stay on the boat for 2 weeks, a month. We can even stay on the boat 2 months. We have enough food. We have enough fuel. We can make water, and that's all we need. We don't even need to go to land. So we'll just see how this pans out. Things is just, happening so fast. Right now, the whole world is shut down for many places a month. So we'll see.
But we got full diesel and gasoline yesterday, so yeah, we can hang out for a really long time or go a really long way. So right now we're fishing because we need another tuna.
We need to. We can catch our dinner, so we're not going to starve, if anything.
Yeah, a little down. We couldn't explore St. Bart's more.
No.
We only saw like one fort. We walked through the town, saw
and
a church.
It was deserted.
Oh yeah, the Monday was deserted.
Because everybody was so scared, everybody stayed home. And then Tuesday, they had until noon to do everything they wanted to, and then it was shut down. And the police are patrolling. They're telling people, do not walk or you'll get fined.
In the grocery store, they would limit, like one person came out and one person could come in, so they didn't want a bunch of people congregating together
At the same time.
to spread the
And then every
virus.
person that walks in, a squirt of hand sanitizer to every customers that came into the store. So they're taking it very seriously. They had one case of coronavirus on the island, someone that was on a cruise ship, and they were waiting to find out. They're waiting to find out if anyone else has been, that has been exposed to her also has this disease. So it's a wait and see game at this point. We'll report more when there's more to say. And right now,
there's St. Bart's going by.
yeah, St. Bart is going bye-bye.
Bye.
Hopefully we'll come back one day.
Well, I wanted to see the airport because they land over this hill right over the cars, and it's amazing. But I asked the port captain if I could walk up there yesterday, and he said, no.
Refusion.
Oh well.
Permission refused.
But he said, don't worry, it'll be there next year.
Yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back. All right. Well, bring you back to time. This time here. Today is, I don't know about your
April
calendar.
7th.
April 7th. Monday.
Tuesday.
April 7th. We have been in this country in St. Kitts and Nevis now for 3 weeks.
Getting on 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's getting on 3 weeks. We're starting to go a little cuckoo now. There are 11 cases now on the island. Went from 1 to 2 and now up to 11 cases. But I have to say that they're keeping it very well contained.
So far.
We had an extra case from yesterday to today, but these are because of the tests that are being that are pending. So they had 59 cases pending yesterday. They have 58 today. So it was one of the person that they had tested. So it's not like it's additional people being found here. We have the country has been put into a lockdown. It started out as pretty much a stay-at-home order, but the residents were not really listening to the Prime Minister's. Some residents were not really taking this seriously. So the government got together and they really put in some very strict rules. The first one is that nationals, residents, and non-nationals cannot enter the country. Even if you live here, if you have left the country and you decide to come back, you cannot. That's it. You're out of the country until until it's deemed safe again, until it's resolved. They've put us on 24-hour lockdown, and that's for like 3-4 days at a time. So no one is allowed to leave their homes to go on the road unless it's an emergency, doctors or anything like that. And only essential personnel have been deemed okay to work, like emergency personnel, hospitals, doctors, and these kind of people. They gave us 2 days last week, Thursday and Friday, to go purchase groceries, but it was a little bit crazy because everybody tried to go at the same time. We had a 2.5-hour wait outside the grocery store. It was very orderly. I went, it was only one person per household to go, and we were a household, right? So I went with 2 other boats, and we waited outside.
In the taxi.
We took a taxi to get there, yep. And everybody was wearing masks. There was 6 feet, every person was 6 feet apart. The police was there to make sure that everyone was orderly, and
they were.
And they were. No one was getting out of line, being belligerent, or having a bad problem.
Were they arrested 20 people now?
29 people overall in the island for not
obeying
restricting,
the
not
curfew.
obeying the curfew. Exactly. They're taking things very seriously here in this country.
And it's like you get arrested and they can give you an $8,000 fine. So
And
confiscate your
and it
car.
could be 6 months in jail too.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're not playing games. They want people to stay home. The Prime Minister comes online
Oh,
every day
yeah.
and does an update and tells the residents what's going on. They talk about the agriculture. They talk about customs. They talk about, the medical personnel, any new, not medication, but respirators and the masks that they're waiting for, and that's all going for the medical
And this is a
professionals.
This is an island, so
There are
we-
55,000 people on
we
this island.
do not see any planes, but the ships come in.
Yes, the
daily.
cargo.
Oh yeah.
Yes, they're bringing food
ship after ship
and
after
other
ship.
items every single day to
Yeah,
make
so-
sure that there is plenty on the island. So we're not lacking for anything.
There's still TP in the stores.
Still TP. I could send some home right now because I know there's still a penury of TP that they can't find in it. I got plenty of TP here. I'll pack it up and I'll send it to you guys. But anyway, joke aside,
Yeah.
we are like all the residents on the island. We have to remain on our boats. We're in this anchorage around here. We're about 15 boats, I think you counted,
Yeah.
in
Yes.
the anchorage, and everybody really pays attention to the rules. No one takes their dinghy out. We don't. We stay on the boat. We really stay on the boat. We swim around our boat.
Yeah,
That's
we do,
about
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
To at least cool off because it's getting warm. Summer is getting close. I did say the date, right? April 7th.
Mm-hmm.
And then if those 2 days that they gave us to go buy groceries, some of us did go on the beach and just still practicing social distances, staying away from each other. Gary and I, we just went on our own way and just did a little walking because we really needed to exercise a little bit, being on the boat, which is not very big. You can't really walk around the boat very well either. You want to tell them about this here?
Well, the situation that we're in, it's very strange because there's so many places that are closed. They won't even let you in. We even heard yesterday that Puerto Rico, which we thought was an American,
Yeah.
it's not a state and it's not the mainland. It's a territory, and they're kicking people out.
Yeah. You can clear it with
Yeah.
CBP, Rome, but the Puerto Rican government, the police and all that, they're telling people that are
Leave.
cleared in already
Leave.
to leave, that they cannot come on land. The marina are working though to provide fuel and water to those who need it, but no one is allowed to come on land, which is okay. And then they have to, as soon as they're refueled and have some groceries on board, they have to leave again.
But
So it's very stressful for a lot of cruisers.
yeah, a lot of the cruisers are. We've seen some that are getting very panicky and they're frustrated, as usually cruisers are very well organized. They have definite, they have timetables, because you have to go from country to country in a certain season to get where you're going. So they're very organized and they have specific destinations. But now
Because
they have none.
Because of the hurricane season.
Well, that too.
When
yeah.
June 1st hurricane season starts, most cruisers do not stay in the Caribbean up here. We're too far north still. This area is highly affected by hurricanes. Most cruisers sail south, if anything. If they're on their way down, they sail south to the island of Grenada. St. Vincent and the Grenadines is still okay; it's marginal. But Grenada is like a big cruising area for during the summer because that's a safe, safer.
It's really out
spot.
of the hurricane zone.
Right, or if they're going north. If the cruises are going north, they get out of here and they go back to the United States mainland. They do not stay in the Caribbean. Most of them. I mean, some do, but they take a big chance when they do that. So,
Colombia's out of the hurricane zone.
So we still don't know what we're going to do. We're taking one day at a time. We are waiting it out. We're hoping that in the next few weeks, islands are going to open up again, especially Grenada. I think there are our dream to sail to Guadeloupe, which is so close to here. I mean, people.
75 miles.
Yeah,
It's a day sail.
if we went on top of Nevis,
We'd
we'd probably see Guadeloupe from here.
We could
It's
see
so
we'd see
close.
Montserrat.
We can see Montserrat from here. Montserrat is 30 miles away, and so Guadeloupe is 75 miles away. It's like Gary said, a night sail. We leave at 6 o'clock at night, midnight. We get there in the morning. It's really on any other time.
We get the radio stations from Guadeloupe.
We would
We're
be
so
there
close.
already. Yeah, we get the radio
FM
stations.
radio
I mean,
station.
I have a cousin who's told us she has a mooring ball for us near from where she lives. I have another one in Maracudja because that's where my family is. Another cousin in Maracudja that told us, come over here. It's great anchorage, safe from the weather. You can just wait out this pandemic. But unfortunately, Maracudja, like other ports in Guadeloupe, have closed. They told all the sailors, all the sailboats, to leave and go back to Guadeloupe.
Unless you're an EU country.
Yeah, unless you're an EU, unless you're an EU country. I don't even think that they let anyone anchor there. They told everyone to leave.
Yeah.
Les Saints too. I mean, a few people stayed, but
Yeah.
very few. So most of them went back to Guadeloupe.
Yeah.
But now we're not EU because even though I have, a French passport, Gary's an American. The boat especially is registered American, so we cannot go. It only is for EU boats and EU crews. So we don't qualify for this. I could go and Gary goes wherever he wants to, but
Thanks.
kind of don't want to leave my husband.
Oh.
So we don't know what we're gonna do yet. We have a few options. We're gonna wait at least until April 30th to figure out what we're gonna do. Maybe a little longer because we'll have another month to go.
But that would, if we wanted to go back north, that would give you only a month to sail. You'd be doing some sailing.
Yeah, we'd have to do this in like 10 days and just go
Yeah.
straight. And that really is the last option
Yeah.
to sail home.
And we're actually lucky because there's some boats here that are single-handers now because their crew
Had to leave.
flew home somewhere
Yeah.
and can't get back.
Yeah, they can't go back.
So they're like on their own. We met a few. It's like, wow. Yeah, I don't know how you do it by yourself day after day. It's like,
Yeah, no. Going back home, it really is the last option for us. We've come all the way, all this way. We're so far south already. If we were to go back home, I don't know if we would do this trip again. I mean, I guess we could. It's just that it just seems so far away. I don't know if I want to do this again. So we'll see. But we could, hopefully, the islands are going to start opening up again because I cannot see how this could go on for months and months and months.
I do.
We'll have to see. I mean,
Yeah,
if Grenada can open up again, we could sail there. Even if we have to go in quarantine, we're okay with that. We can be in quarantine. Let us clear in and stay there. And then we'll be okay. It's just that here in we can't go to Guadeloupe. We can't stay there even if the Guadeloupe Sports opens because we cannot stay there. It's within the hurricane zone. And then another option that we have is to stay in St. Kitts during the summer, even though it's in the hurricane zone.
They have a really good boatyard here where they actually bury your boat in the ground.
Pretty much, yeah. The
So-
keel is all underground. They dig a hole, put the keel in
Yeah,
the
they
ground so the
bury
boat
your-
cannot fall over.
Yeah, it
in a
can't
hurricane.
blow over and it can't sink. It's stuck in the ground.
Right.
So it's
So if we
yeah,
had
if
to,
you're, if you're stuck somewhere, that'd be probably the best thing.
yeah, and then we would
Yeah.
just rent an apartment and stay here and a few months until we can leave again, which we really don't want to do that, but if that's an option, that's an option. And then the last option is we take off and sail off to Mexico.
Or Colombia.
Because no, I don't want to go to Colombia. Colombia's closed. You can't go there.
No, they might open.
They're not open right now. Mexico is open right now.
But you just have to quarantine.
You have to quarantine for 14 days and then it's open. So, I mean, we have food,
Yeah,
We have friends that we can talk to on they're close by other boats, so we talk to them through WhatsApp and the radio. So we still communicate with others, and we help each other, and
yeah, we're really
life is pretty good.
yeah, we're really a little social group now.
Yeah,
real tight.
we have a little community of sailors. We created a little group on Facebook, and so we talk to each other there. So, yeah, we could always go back, but we haven't even done half of this trip yet, so we're not done. Our adventure is not finished yet.
I think we did 1,800 miles. So.
Yeah. So, all right, just wanted to give you guys a little update on the Corona update, as I call it, on the situation, and hopefully we'll have some good news in a few weeks.
The good news.
But don't worry, we're fine here.
There is some good news. I did find a very good place for lobsters.
So yes,
Yeah.
Gary's got a secret stash.
There was about 50 there the other day.
Yeah, so when they lift the curfew for a couple days, he goes grocery shopping.
Hey, I got my kind of grocery shopping.
So yeah, we're fine. We're good. We're all good.
Yeah.
I want to thank all those people in St. Kitts and Nevis for ensuring the health of everyone in the Federation. Thank you also to all those people in the front line helping in all countries to fight off this terrible disease. We are all in this together, and we couldn't do it without you. Thank you.